Hello and welcome to Storytime channel for kids. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you receive the notifications of when I'm reading live or I downloaded a new video. Today I have some amazing books to share with you. The first book we are sharing is called Be Red Lollipop, and this is by Rukhsana Khan. So if you're ready, let's get started. I am so excited. I run all the way home from school. Ami, I have been invited to a birthday party. There is going to be games and toys, cake and ice cream. Can I go? Sana screams. I want to go too. Ami says, what's a birthday party? It's when they celebrate the day they were born. Why do they do that? They just do. Can I go? Sana screams, I want to go too. I cannot take her. She's not invited. Why not? Says Ami. They don't do that here. Ami says, well, that's not fair. You call up your friend and ask if you can bring Sana, or else you cannot go. But Ami, they'll laugh at me. They'll never invite me to another party again. Sana screams, I want to go too. I say, look, Sana, one day you'll get invited to your own friends' parties. Wouldn't you like that better? No, I want to go now. I beg and plead, but Amy won't listen. I have no choice. I have to call Sally. And Sally says, all right, but it doesn't sound all right. I know she thinks I'm a weird. At the party, I am the only one who brought her little sister. Sana has to win all the games, and when she falls down during musical chairs, she cries like a baby. Before we leave the party, Sally's mom gave us little bags. Inside there are chocolates and candies, a whistle, a ruby ring, and a big red lollipop. Sana eats her big red lollipop on the way home in the car. I save mine for later. Sana doesn't know how to make things last. By bedtime, her candies are all gone. Her whistle is broken and the ruby in her ring is missing. I put my big red lollipop on the top of the shelf of the fridge to have it in the morning. All night I dream about how good it will taste. In the morning, I get up early to have it. Sana's already up. When she sees me, she runs away. I open the fridge door, and that's left of my lollipop is a triangle stuck to a stick. Sana! I hear a sound in the front hall closet. I should have known. That's where she always hides. I shove aside the coats and boots. I'm going to get you! Quick as rat, she scoots through my legs and runs around and around the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, yelling at Amy. Amy, help, help! Amy comes out, rubbing her eyes. Sana runs behind Amy. Where? I cannot get her. What's going on out here? Says Amy. Sana says, Rubina is trying to get me. Amy puts her hand on her hips. Are you trying to get your little sister again? She ate my lollipop. The greedy thing. She ate it. Amy says, for shame. It's just a lollipop. Can you share with your little sister? I want to cry, but I don't. Sana runs to the fridge and brings back the triangle stuck on the stick. Look, I didn't eat it all, your lollipop. I left the triangle for you. See, says Amy, she didn't eat it all. She's sharing with you. Go ahead, take the triangle, so I have to take it. Go ahead, eat the triangle, but I don't. With all my might, I throw it across the room. It skitters under the sofa. Santa scurries after it and eats that too. The worst thing is that all the girls at school know if they invite me to their birthday parties, I have to bring Santa. I don't get any invitations for a really long time. Then one day, Santa comes waving an invitation. Ami, I have been invited to a birthday party. There's going to be games and toys and cake and ice cream. Can I go? Our little sister Marianne screams, I want to go too. Santa says, no, I cannot take her. She's not invited. Amy says, well, it's only fair. You went to Rubina's friend's party. Now Rubina and Marian can go to your friend's party. I say, leave me out of it. Amy says, fine, then you have to take Marianne. Now it's Santa's turn to beg and plead. Amy won't listen. Santa's begging so hard she's crying, but still Amy won't listen. I could just watch her have to take Marianne. I could just let her make a fool of herself at the party. I could just let her not be invited to any more parties, but something makes me tap Amy on the shoulder. What? Don't make Santa take Marianne to the party. No, says Amy. No, I say. Amy thinks for a moment, then says, okay, so Santa gets to go by herself. After the party, I heard a knock on my door. What do you want? I asked Santa. Here, she hands me a big green lollipop. This is for you. Thanks, I say. After that, we are friends. The end. Wow, such a nice story, right, guys? Imagine your little sister. She eats your lollipop and then you get to have none. I know how Santa was feeling, right? I have another great book for you. It's called Mouse's First Spring because you know springtime is coming. Springtime is here. And I am one of these persons that loves spring. I love the flowers, the new baby animals. Don't you? I love them, right? So Mouse First Spring. This is by Lauren Thompson. One windy spring day, Mouse and Mama went out to play. There in the grass, Mouse found something glittery and flittery. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Look, said Mama, a butterfly. Then whoosh blew the wind and fluttery-buttery, the butterfly flew away. There, under a leaf, Mouse found something slithery and slimy. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Look, said Mama, a snail. Then whoosh blew the wind, and hidey insidey the snail hid away. There on a branch, Mouse found something feathery and plump. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Look, said Mama, a bird. Then whoosh blew the wind, and dip flip flap the bird darted away. There by the pond, Mouse found something green and peeping. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Look, said Mama, a frog. Then whoosh blew the wind, and splishy splash the frog hopped away. There in the dirt, Mouse found something pink and wiggly. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Look, said Mama, a worm. Then whoosh blew the wind, and squiggly squeezed the worm slipped away. There on a stand, Mouse found something sweet and pearly. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Look, said Mama, a flower. Then whoosh blew the wind, and rumpley bumply Mouse tumbled away. Then all around Mouse felt something soft and cuddly and oh so cozy. What can it be? Wondered Mouse. Smooch came a kiss and ooch came a hug. It's me, say Mama. Spring is here, little mouse, and I love you. Such a wonderful story, right, guys? Especially for now, for the springtime. I have another book for you, and this one is called Calvin Can't Fly, the story of a bookworm birdie by Jennifer Burnett. I love these stories about Calvin, right? Remember the last book we read about him wearing new glasses? He was so funny, right, guys? This book is called Calvin, right? Cannot Fly. Calvin is a starling. He was born under the eaves of an old barn with his three brothers, four sisters, and 67,432 cousins. Starlings have big families. Right from the beginning, Calvin was different. Right from the day all the little starlings tumbled out of their nest to discover the world, Charlie discovered worms, Adeline discovered grass, Clement discovered dirt, Aubrey discovered water, and Calvin discovered a book. While all of Calvin's cousins chased beetles, bugs, and ants, Calvin was learning to read letters, words, and sentences. At night, his cousins dreamed of insects eating and garbage picking. Calvin dreamed of adventure stories, legends, and poetry. He even dreamed that someday he'll become a great writer himself. On June 1st, when all the little starlings lined up for flying lessons with their teacher, Mrs. Winstead, Calvin was nowhere to be seen. Where is that bird? Actually, Calvin was in the library. As the other little starlings were learning to swoop and hover and fly, figure eights Calvin buried his beak in books, and there his mind soared. Calvin read about pirates and cavemen, volcanoes and rainbows, whales and dinosaurs. Calvin especially loved dinosaurs. He learned how the planets circle the sun, what makes the wind blow, and amazing facts like how caterpillars grow to become butterflies. His books took him to places winds never could, and his heart fluttered with excitement. Calvin cousins called Nerdy Birdie, Geeky Vicky, and Bookworm, and when you are a bird, being called a worm is a very bad thing. Calvin ruffled his feathers and mumbled oh how the wounding words of scorn do stings. Then he sadly waddled back to the library, the only place where he was happy. And so he spent all summer reading, learning, and absorbing everything his little starling mind could. Until the first leaf turned orange and fell to the ground. The fall winds sent a chill through the old barn. Summer's nest blew to the floorboard. It was time to head south. His cousins warned, Calvin, you better learn to fly. In a couple of days, we got to be out of here. Calvin says, ah, yes, migration. I had read about that. His sister asked, Calvin, can you fly? Calvin had to admit he couldn't. All the other starlings took off in a giant formation, but Calvin could only stand and watch. A big lonely tear rolled down his cheek. Calvin turned and trudged back toward the old barn. He was so upset he didn't even notice his brothers and sisters and cousins coming back to get him. All of a sudden, They were trying up Calvin's middle with string and scraps of cloth they had found in the garbage. They grasped the other ends with their beaks, and off they flew with Calvin, somewhat embarrassed, safety in tow. For days and days they flew. Calvin recognized the rivers, the mountains, and towns he had read about all summer. Excitedly he pointed them out to his brothers and sisters and cousins, but the other little starlings just flapped their wings and headed south. Soon there came a day when the winds blew especially hard. Three bent sideways, leaves scattered widely, flying became hotter and hotter. The air had an odd smell to it, the smell of danger. Calvin, remembering back to his favorite weather book, warned the rest of his family. A hurricane! A hurricane is coming! All his brothers and sister cousins asked, What's a hurricane? Calvin explained as quickly as his little beak could. We need to get out of the path of a violent tropical weather system which is storming up the coast at a tremendous speed and will not diminish until it encounters a large stretch of landmass. Everybody make a haste into the cave. They had no idea what Calvin was saying, but they have to admit it did sound real. So the flag made a loop-de-loop left, a dizzy-doodle right, and dove into the cave. They did everything Calvin told them to do. To their amazement, a great storm did blow across the land. It thundered over the mountains, it roared through the villages, it smashed and crashed, rumbled and raged just as Calvin had predicted. The whole big starling family gathered together, watching in fear and awe. The storm finally ended, the sun came out in the sky, and the starlings came out of their cave. They were safe and sound, all because of Calvin. Calvin was very smart, right, kids? They celebrated with a great starling party in honor of Calvin. They ate big juicy worms and yummy crunchy beetles. They danced and sang songs about how Calvin saved their lives. They tossed Calvin with acorn caps filled with fresh, clear mountain water. Calvin was so happy and felt so good deep down inside that he jumped and hopped and danced and flapped his wings All the others started look at him in amazement. Calvin, you can fly! They exclaimed, and Calvin, the happiest starling in the whole wide world, chirped, Why, yes, I do believe I can. And they all flew south with big, wide smiles on their little starling faces, especially Calvin. The end. I love this story, right, guys? You see, he was very smart. He used to go to the library and he learned so much that he was able to save all his family members, right? Please don't forget to subscribe if you like this channel and what I do. Bye.